Last chance to look at me, Hector. Breaking Bad, it is a pretty popular show. It is a show that kind of goes into the real world a little bit too much and goes into the narcotics. If you know what narcotics are, they are drugs. They are very no, very bad things that you should not be doing. But Breaking Bad is a show all about that, at least most of it. And there is a character in the show called Gus Fring. Gus Fring is also a very popular character played by a very popular actor. And his whole stick is that he is part of the cartel business. He likes to smuggle, drugs in his food truck, which he disguises as his restaurant, Los Spoiled Hermanos. And it seems like we kind of have a real world case of this happening. So this guy's name is Dr. Food. Yes, very on the point. He is a TikToker, the internet person. He makes videos about, of course, food. He's not a real doctor, sorry to disappoint, but he does like to make some pretty darn good looking food, I must admit. And one of his videos did kind of go viral a while back. It's basically I'm going to butcher this, but it's called like Schwarkara. It's basically where you put a bunch of meat on a stick, uh, turn it around on the fire, and it looks absolutely divine. He did make a video about it, and I think it like kind of went viral for a bit. Not like viral, but it's one of his most popular videos, and for good reason.
حطوا مرايات بكعب السيخ يعني هني الفخاد. هلا الفخاد هي اللي تهدي الصدوره بدنا نوسع فيها السيخ. احنا لازم هون نقصقص منه. كل ما بيعلى السيخ طبقات تجوا على الطرف لهون، تطلعوا لهون على الطرف وتنزلوا فيه، بيوسع وبيطلع معكم صار جاهز. هيدي قاعدة السيخ اللي بيثبت عليها. نزي سيخ الشاورما صار جاهز، خلينا نبلش شوي. هذا منسف شاورما صار جاهز، خلينا ندوق.
Now, doesn't that food look absolutely divine? I'd scoop it up with my little narcotics selling hands too if I could, because this guy is selling narcotics. He does also have a business where he creates snacks, little like cookies, like those vending machine cookies and all that. I'm not gonna lie, they also make my mouth water because who doesn't like a good old chocolate cookie with M&Ms or ooh la la, just thinking about it. But it seems he was doing a big no-no, just like Gus Fring, and he was actually putting drugs in them and smuggling them so people could buy them.
بدنا نحضر كرتونة دكتور فود ويفر، يلا. أول طبعة بتطلع لحتى نهار الألوان.
So before I read what the little bit more details about it, I just want to show you that he does actually have his own website. Look at that big hole right in front of your face, Dr. Food. If you want narcotics in your cookie wafflers, this is where you go. Is it going to, oh, you have to go down so you could read all about him. Probably such a swell guy, and definitely won't find some kind of drugs in your biscuits. So was such a good guy. And I'm not gonna lie, his food, his little snacks do look pretty tasty. Num num num. That is exactly what I would do if I could order these. And I'm not gonna lie, I would order these if I didn't find out he is currently fleeing his country, so they can't actually do anything against him because his whereabouts are unknown. So let me just order this real quick. I'm sure the money is going to a very unquestionable source. But yeah, he does have his own website. He does have his own, his own TikTok and all that. He did actually post a couple videos, but he's not like addressing anything about it. So he's kind of like just ignoring the whole thing. The good old ignore any bad press you might have and it will maybe go away. And usually it kind of works. So Lebanese food influencer sentenced to life for drug smuggling. That's who we're talking about. Here's a little bit more details about him. The popular Lebanese food influencer known as Dr. Food and dubbed Lebanon's Breaking Bad has been sentenced to life in prison with hard labor for drug smuggling. Hanish reportedly hidden in cake packaging produced in Baalbek in eastern Lebanon, was transported to Turkey and then shipped internationally. George Hanna Dib and other Lebanese and Syrian nationals were sentenced under the Lebanon's narcotics law, which covers the manufacturing of banned drugs, according to reports. Judge Eli Al-Hel, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing most of these. They're pretty hard to pronounce. So sentence him to life imprisonment with hard labor and fined him 120 million Lebanese pounds, $1,341. That's not really that much. The sentencing comes from a 2024 drug bust involving 820 kilograms, 1,800 pounds of harnish hidden in cake packaging. Dib, who is not a real doctor, of course, but has more than 5 million followers on TikTok, has believed to be out of the country. He and others who were sentenced in their absence were also stripped of their civil rights. Dib was recommended a life sentence and hard labor in February last year when a Mount Lebanon investigate judge charged him with manufacturing, trafficking, and smuggling drugs aboard. On Sunday, Dr. Food's Instagram page made no mention of the court case or any reaction to the sentencing. The page shared a giveaway that his food product brand was running. People who received the message, posted it on TikTok, and received 100,000 views would win $100 from the influencer. Brother, come on, you sell narcotics. You gotta give them a little bit more than that. I know you have a little bit more than that. $100 is not much, especially for 100,000 views. That's a little bit harsh. Like, come on, man. When one video posted to Instagram, Dr. Food appears to be filming himself in his car but does not address the court's decision. His last story was posted on March 27 from Beirut's waterfront. There he is asking displaced Lebanese what they miss eating and then proceeds to order food for them from some of Lebanon's most popular food chains. Lebanon's Bekaa Valley is notorious for Hanish production. Last November, Lebanese police arrested Noah Zader, a 48-year-old drug trafficker known as the Lebanese Pablo Escobar. He was sentenced to 4 months in prison in February. So yeah, he was doing a lot of sketchy stuff, and he's doing a Mr. Beast where he just ignores it and just go on, just keep on your merry way, just ignore the fact that he was a drug trafficker, making over 1,800 pounds of Hanish, which I kind of actually want to know what it is. Please, FBI, do not get me for this. This is out of curiosity, not because I want some Hanish. What is that? What's Hanish? Indian origin. Destroying, often associated with Lord of the Sun, ambition. Well, I'm not seeing anything about, other than this bakery. Was that like the bakery they're talking about? So I think it might be this bakery. No, I do not want you to know my location. That's for dang sure. And I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty damn good, this bakery. So just be careful on which biscuits you're ordering though, because they might have a little bit extra. So if you somehow do go here. So I think that's about it. Yeah, the real life Gus Fring, instead with chicken, he did it with donuts and biscuits and all that. So when they say sweets can kill, they actually mean it. I think that's about it though. Take care.